My name is Desmond Samuel, a swing trader. I've got 4 years of quality trading under my belt, experience, by the way, under my belt. So this is a segment on my YouTube channel where I've dedicated to coming on here every single weekend to let you guys know exactly where I stand in the market, to keep you guys updated, and then advise you guys, and then lead you guys and guide you guys on how to better navigate the terrain, this rough, this murky waters of trading. You feel me? So last weekend I came on here to talk to you guys about the indices, particularly the S&P and the US30 and then the Nasdaq. And then I said to you guys that, categorically speaking, from what I was seeing, I could tell you for free that the US30, Nasdaq, and the S&P, we are about to rally. All right, we are about to rally at least to equal highs. You feel me? So on that note, so this is just gonna be a trade follow-up. This is what we've done so far. All right, so on that note, let's get things started. By the way, if you're new to my channel, be sure to click on that subscribe button, turn on the bell icon as you do so, guys. We are here to make money, and you don't want to be missing out. The year is almost half gone. You don't want to be missing out, guys. Grab the mentorship program. It's literally next to nothing. All right, so let's get things rolling. So the first pair now is the US30. I came on here last weekend. I told you guys that after this head and shoulders pattern, this inverse head and shoulders pattern, by the way, once the market breaks out of the neckline, the first back is not as significant. It's always the third one always does the trick. And in this case here, this was a simple Fibonacci play. Right from swing low to swing high, I could see for free, and I could see for a fact that this guy was definitely going to come, especially after we put in a double top here, which obviously we came on here, we shot this guy from here. I did come only here to, so long story short, for US30, this is exactly how it looks. I was actually guiding this trade to the downside, and as things stand here, we are actually poised to rally all the way to equal highs, all right, from this point. So scaling out to the daily time frame, let me just show you what it looks. So from the weekly time frame, you can clearly see that we have like a Fibonacci play. All right, so right from this, let me just show you this real quick. So right from this low all the way here, this low all the way to this high. By the way, if you actually want to learn how we use this Fibonacci tool effectively, you can actually grab the mentorship program below. The link is in the first comment. All right, so from here to here, you can see how that lined up nicely from swing low all the way to the swing high. I could see that this market was coming in for the 0.618, and as things stand, we bounced out of there properly, and I didn't exactly go long on this pair. So I didn't exactly go long on this pair because right from here it was a bit dicey. So what I did was plot my counter trend like so. I said to myself, okay, fine, if this guy is definitely going to continue high, it has to come and clear this trend line anyway. So it did just that, and it did that emphatically. All right, so it did it perfectly, just the way I would love to see it. So we had like the first bounce, second bounce here, then this was like a breakout of this trend line here with a daily bullish engulfing candle, then it pulled back to test it nicely like so. So it balance out here. So entries were somewhere around here, then stops were all the way below structure somewhere around here like so. Just that stop loss that I used, and then I knocked this guy all the way to the upside. So for US30 now, we're currently in profit, though I have not broken even on this pair yet because I wanted to clear this high. Once it clears this high like so, we have enough, we have enough confidence that this guy is definitely not going to come all the way back, because I think it could easily melt all the way back down. But let me just see how things look from here. So the only reason as to why this guy has not continued higher is very simple. Like I said, I was going to explain here. You can see that categorically speaking, we have a double top here. So this was a neckline that got broken here. So this was that pullback to the neckline, then collapsed. If this guy had served that supply level in the past or a resistance, the market would most likely pause or reverse from there. You feel me? So in this case here, this is the reason as to why we had that pause. All right, so I'm not saying that this level is going to reverse price entirely. I'm just saying that this is the reason as to why your US30 trade has refused to proceed. Okay, so this is just where it is stuck at the moment, and understandably so. You feel me? So this is where the market reversed from significantly. Obviously the market will most likely take a pause there. You get me? So I'm just waiting to see how the market clears this level here. Once it clears this level and then gives me a decent pullback, I'm actually hop on another entry somewhere around here. But from here to here, I have just one entry so far, and it's actually in profit at the moment. So though I have not broken even yet, once I clear this height here, then I'll definitely be breaking even on this pair. But if you found value in this video so far, I urge you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon as you do so. Alright, so for US30, without any iota of doubt, I can tell you once we clear this green bar, we got space all the way to 45k 200 precisely. Then once we blow through here, guys, it's all the way to 47 or 48k, somewhere around here. I think I just put this guy right at this point, 48k. Yeah, you feel me? So let's just get rid of this level, then we can actually break even and then allow this guy add some position somewhere around here, because one of the rules of stacking your trade is, at least in my mentorship program, you do not stack your trade. That is, you do not add your previous entry until your previous entry is broken even. That is something called like a transfer of risk. All right, so from this entry here, this is still not risk free, so you cannot make another entry until the first entry is risk free. Then you cannot make another entry, so you transfer your risk from this particular entry to this other one, and then it just continues like that. All right, so once you clear this height here, we got space all the way to the upside, if you want me. So I have no iota of doubt. I'm still going for the absolute best on this trade. All right, so that's just that for US30 in a nutshell. I do believe that eventually we're gonna rally all the way past through here, because S&P is clear, the Nasdaq is clear, so this guy is just slowing down a bit. Once you clear this point here, we got space all the way to the upside. So that's just that for the US30 in a nutshell. All right, so now we have the SP500. Beautiful trade so far, looking decent. So S&P is actually gonna head to clear its own high. All right, so this was the high that posted this market. All right, so as it stands here, the S&P is clear to the upside. Yep, so it was just a simple entry somewhere around here, like so. Breakout, retest, continuation to the upside. It was pretty much simple, yeah, no brainers. Alright, so I like to say this for those of you guys who are actually new in trading, those of you guys are actually fresh newbies here. When you're trading the indices, peradventure, in the event that you actually choose to trade the indices, because I like to trade the indices, you really want to mirror what the S&P is doing, yeah. And what I mean by mirror is you want to check with the S&P, like, is S&P trending upwards, or because most times you see the S&P, US30, Nasdaq, and the German 30, that is the DAX, they tend to trend in the same direction across different, like across the same, all these pairs move in the same direction, you feel me? So the S&P, the Nasdaq, US30, they all move in the same direction, the German 30 as well in there. So whenever you're trading the indices, you really want to shadow the S&P, like look at what the S&P is doing, then you can actually just double check, you feel me? So as things stand here, S&P is clear to the upside here. So this is practically a trade update, and by the way, I executed this trade beautifully, and if you doubt me, I'll leave those screenshots somewhere around here, like so you can check for yourself. It was a good clean trade, and I'm still holding on to my trades. So for S&P, we are currently break even. Yeah, so I'm just watching to see how the market, obviously once you get to this point here, I'll lock out some profit somewhere around here, like so this high, because this is also the market reversed from. And I've said this countless times on this channel, whenever you enter a trade, yeah, and I've said this countless times on this channel, whenever you enter a trade, you really want to take note of the recent low and the recent high, because most times the market will most likely reverse from there. Do you understand? Or take a pause or stress you out a bit and go into a range, you feel me? So just always pocket what the market gives you while hoping for the best. All right, so for the S&P, as things stand, I can categorically state that we are clear and through all the way to 6,000, at least 6,150 basis points. And once you clear the recent high, which was around 6,150, we got space all the way to 6,600 basis points, which is exactly where I'm gunning for, you feel me? If you think my TP is at the recent high, think again. I'm gunning for the absolute best here. I actually do believe that S&P in the nearest future could even rally into range of about 6,600 basis points, which is somewhere around that blue bar, like so. Yep, so that's just that for S&P. And if you missed this trade, just look for a 4-hour time frame consolidation, even though I doubt if you find one, because one of the thing with these pairs is that when they're trending, they are trending, you feel me? When they're trending either to the downside or to the upside, they're always trending significantly. Okay, so you could wait for a pullback into 5,800 basis points if you get one, because I can see some demand levels somewhere around here, like so. So wait for a pullback in here, and if you don't see one, just let it go. All right, so but if you do see one, enter from here and then join us in this trade. But I do not really believe that you might see one that easily. So that is why you must turn on the bell icon as you subscribe to the channel, so that when I come on here, I drop this trade, you see them on time. Then you execute on time, you feel me? So that's just that for the S&P in a nutshell. I have no iota of doubt that this guy is clear, and we are headed all the way through to 6,150. Once we clear that base, actually once we clear that high there, we got space all the way to 6,600 basis points for the S&P. All right guys, and that's just that for the S&P 500. All right, so if you really want to learn how we actually knock out these trades easily, we do this analysis in like 5 minutes. All right, check out the mentorship program. It's the first comment in the pinned comment. Like, Alright, so if you really want to learn how we knock out these trades easily, check out the first comment in the pinned comment there. I have the link on there. Check it out, and then also that also brings you to the mentorship room where I also send out my live trades. Like I send these trades out for them, and these trades are actually in profit as we speak. If you feel me, so that's just that. So you too, be sure to help yourself and then tag along, man. Guys, this quarter is gonna be an amazing quarter. I don't know about the last quarter. We see the second quarter, and even the first quarter was amazing. We had like solid trades, man. We had beautiful trades. You feel me? So this second quarter is going so well so far. I think roughly we're up. I think I'm up about between the first quarter and right now, I think I'm up about 73% return on investment so far on my capital. All right, so on my trading account, I got like 71% return on investment already as we speak. So it has been an amazing year so far, absolutely amazing. I kid you not. All right. So one of the benefits of joining the mentorship program, aside getting my live trades as well, you also do something called a quarterly accountability meeting where I get there with them live, and then we also bring a progress report, including myself. All right, so I show you guys what I've been able to do so far in the quarter, and then this is how much I'm making per month in terms of ROI, and then this is how much I'm making per quarter, and then this is projecting this how much I'm making in a year. So I teach you how to manage your capital properly. You feel me? I'm not just here to show you a few cool stuff. I teach you how to manage your money properly, because there's a difference between being a trader and then being a fund manager. Those are like two different things entirely. People never really understand. The thing is the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Yeah, these are like two different things entirely. So you get all these things for the price that is literally next to nothing. Once again, the link is the pinned comment below. Check it out for yourself. All right, so that's that for S&P. Enough of the pin. S&P is clear and through. My first TP will be 6,150 obviously, but my actual TP is 6,600 basis points for the S&P 500. All right, guys, so now we have the Nasdaq, the US 100. By the way, if you see this as US Tech or US 100, is the exact same Nasdaq. All right, so this is it. As things look here, again, the US 100 is clear, Nasdaq is clear, S&P is clear to the upside. You feel me? So again, exact same thing I did on the S&P and then the US30, which you see, merely even knowing what to do in the market gives you an edge. Because you know for a fact that there are a lot of things that move in the same direction. Like a lot of these pairs are actually correlated. So what I simply do is, if the S&P is trending, obviously Nasdaq and US30 will most likely trend. You feel me? So I see an opportunity on the Nasdaq. I check with the S&P, I check with US30, and I slap all of them through. You feel me? So yep, US 100 to the upside, clean and clear. So this is progress report so far. This is trade progress report. So yeah, first TP will obviously be at the 22,500 basis point region, somewhere around here like so. So once you clear this space, you got space all the way to 24k, 24,000 basis point, 24,500 basis point actually for actually I think I should place this guy at 24,000. This is a rounded figure. Let's put a guy here. Okay, so first TP for Nasdaq. All right, so for first TP, all right, so first take profit for Nasdaq will be 22,160, and once you clear that space, you got space all the way to 24,000 basis points for the Nasdaq. All right, so that's just that. And all right, traders, thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you want to learn more, guys, the link is in the pinned comment below. Check it out. It brings you straight to the mentorship program. All right, you feel me? For the price of next to nothing. All right, traders, thank you so much for sticking to the end. Once again, my name is Desmond Samuel. Leave a like and comment. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, and then if you have every other pair that you'd like me to talk about next week, let me know in the comment section, guys. YouTube sends me each and every single thing you see. I see them all and I react to all of them all. You feel me? And then also check out the mentorship program in the pinned comments, literally next to nothing. Be sure to help yourself and do not miss out on these juicy opportunities that we have lining up nicely. All right, so that's just that. I believe that I've covered every single relevant move across the indices. So for the rest of the pairs, including crude oil, I'll catch you guys in the next week. So crude oil is currently in a range, nothing really happening there, so I'll let you guys know what I've got next week when the market is actually ready to roll. I'm still bearish on crude oil, by the way, but I got no trades on that at the moment because I'm actually locked out of my profit. And yep, so that's just that, and I'll catch you guys in subsequent videos. Be sure to trade safe, and as usual, always apply proper risk management in every single thing you do. All right, so take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. For now, peace out.